Hello everybody, it's Mother's Day in Australia. I apologise in advance, I have a little croaky throat and I'm going to take a sip of water if I need to. I've thought a lot about what we can look to going forward this week, and when I listen to the news and I listen to what people are saying here in Australia and what's happening overseas and the dialogue from overseas, I kind of get the sense that there is a lot of people who aren't quite sure how to manage uncertainty at the moment. And something that I tweeted earlier today was, you can have a plan, but then life is going to happen. So no matter what you write down, if you write something down, it's more likely to happen. But no matter what you write down, there are other things in life that will happen around you, to you, involving you, that you don't have control of. And it's almost a case of you have just got to deal with it. So what we're all managing in terms of the risks associated with COVID-19, we're all in the same boat. We're all having to revisit our plans, our own personal plans, and our work plans, our life plans, our partnership plans, based on the current circumstances. In my first book, No Boxing Allowed, there's a chapter in one of the middle parts that says, what do I need and want? And in that chapter, I show you pictorially and I explain how to write down what it is that you really need. Remember, the needs are important. Fundamental needs in life need to be satisfied first. The wants, as much as some of them might seem like being needs, they are pretty superficial. So focus on what's essential to your life, what you need in order to be feeling fulfilled, to be happy, to feel secure, and so on. So you've got to actually focus back on the fundamentals, write them down, but don't be so narrow that you don't allow for things like COVID-19 to come in on the side, unemployment to come in on the other side, somebody getting sick, not being able to travel where you wanted to travel. So keep a light on in your head for contingencies. So you can have a plan, you can document a plan, you can set your goals 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 50 years into the future, but have your contingencies as well and have some open-mindedness about what could go wrong that you may not have planned for, and always that grey area of things that how do you manage what is, perceivably the unmanageable. In this particular chapter, I talk about the difference between needs and wants, and I just want to read a little bit for you so you understand what I mean by that. Focus on your needs first, the foundation rocks that are critical to your happiness. The soul-nurturing wants should come next. I do recommend you leave the superficial wants off the list, as they are not important in the big scheme of things. So when you want something, it's different to when you need something. Maslow's hierarchy of needs is a really good place to start. We need food, we need air, we need water, we need love, we need a sense of security, we need shelter. All of those fundamental needs that we have as human beings must be satisfied in order for us to feel holistically safe and secure. Now, there are other things you might need, like somewhere to put your car or somewhere to sit in your living room. That's a different type of need. Now, the wants are in two categories, but ultimately they're always going to be off to the side of something that you absolutely must have and that you need for survival and for happiness and security. So really keep that in mind. The soul nurturing wants are the things that give you goodness in here, that make you feel enriched. In my plan, I have a strategic life plan. I first wrote that when I was 50. I'm nearly 63. And my strategic life plan has an expectation that I will live to my biological potential of 135 or more. And there are some ongoing needs that I have, which is to be live in harmony with other people, to feel that I have contributed to the best of my ability, that I am not recognized as such, but acknowledged in a gratitude kind of way for the things that I do that are what I call the big ticket things, not the everyday little things. But if I do something major, then I do appreciate people showing gratitude when gratitude is appropriate. Doesn't need to be anything public, it can simply be thank you. So they're the sort of things that I need that nurture my soul, and that comes from my life journey. So everything that you look for as an individual, as a need, is based on your own life experience. Now, the thing about having a plan is you need to prioritize. Obviously, things are in a time frame, or things need to be done, with more rigour and with a more vigorous stance than other things. But in prioritising that list, you start with the most critical or recent, and you work your way to the least critical or furthest in distance. So you start with the now, with a light in mind as to where you're headed, but you start in the now, and you work to, I've achieved that, therefore I can get to the next level, therefore I'll get to the next level, and so on. So it's almost like, performance indicators, key performance indicators. I know when I'll achieve step 1 when A, B, and C happens. I know, therefore, that A, B, and C equip me for step 2, and I'll know when I get to step 2 when D, E, and F happens. And so you can think very strategically about your life and how you want it to play out. And remember that words have a lot of power. As you write something down, you are actually visualizing that in a subconscious way by writing it down, and you're opening or closing doors with the words that you use. And that plan is going to alter on a regular basis. So revisiting with that plan every 6 months, 12 months, or more frequently is a very valid thing to do. No strategic plan, no life plan is going to be achieved without any kind of a revision. It's just not going to happen. Be specific and succinct about what you wish to see happen, but do not limit any unforeseen opportunities. For example, if you have recently applied for several new jobs and any one of them would be a great choice, don't be specific about only one job from that list. Simply state, to win one of the new jobs I have applied for, being goal, is sufficient to start the universal ball rolling, and is generic enough that the one that is best for you at this point in time will be the one you choose when it is offered. If you specify a particular job by title, then if that is not offered to you, the others are less likely to be either. They won't have been included in your life plan. So think about that going forward. If you want some support and some assistance and guidance into how to determine that life plan, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm more than happy to coach and mentor you without cost. So feel free. And I do recommend that you look to purchase either the ebook version or the paperback version of No Boxing Allowed. It is a very quick and easy read, and it will give you some tips that will actually last you for the entirety of your life. I hope you have a great week going forward. I'm about to go for a walk in the beautiful humid twilight of the Gold Coast, and I hope to see you again next week. Thanks for listening. Bye for now.